I live a lifetime every moment when I'm holding you close. Lay your head down on my shoulder. Honey, I won't ever let go. Because you pulled me like a magnet. Now I'm right where I belong. I'm gonna love you the same for the rest of my days. And on and on and on. Cause as long as we keep dancing, we'll stay young at heart. And every time I hold you in my arms, you give me deja vu. Like I've been waiting my whole life to find that view. Cause when I'm looking at your eyes, I go from California to Timbuktu, back to dancing in the living room. If I got you, baby, every day's a honeymoon. It's a honeymoon. Baby, every day's a honeymoon. I wanna spend some time in Paris, serenade you on the beach. We'll take a picture for our parents, but we're never gonna leave. Nobody knows you like I know you. Nobody loves you like I do. And if I'm never a star, but I got my guitar, I'll be singing songs to you. Cause as long as we keep dancing, we'll stay young at heart. And every time I hold you in my arms, you give me deja vu. Like I've been waiting my whole life to find that view. Cause when I'm looking at your eyes, I go from California to Timbuktu, back to dancing in the living room. If I got you, baby, every day's a honeymoon. Oh, it's a honeymoon. Baby, every day's a honeymoon. Maybe we'll end up in New York City. Maybe we'll end up out in LA. Maybe we'll decide to stay right here forever after. I will love you all the same. You give me deja vu. Like I've been waiting my whole life to find that view. Baby, every day's a honeymoon.
Oh my God. Man, I didn't think I'd make it. Damn. I'm so sorry. Do that. I didn't want to do that, but I can't help it.
It's okay.
I know how much effort you put into this bagel. Okay, back in the game. Back in the game. I needed a minute. All right. I'm coming back in.
You look awesome.
I'm coming back in. Oh my God, baby. I love you. Oh, you look amazing. Oh my God. You know, I waited a lifetime to get here. He is so lucky to be in your life. So lucky. Wow. I didn't know we were going to do this. I thought we were doing it downstairs. And so I'm pacing and whatever. And then now I found out this is going on here. And this is, honey, the dress is amazing. This whole, oh my God, the effort you put in. Wow. It is, because you're a beautiful, beautiful bride. Can I just tell you? I mean, seriously, it looks so good on you. You look so modern and fresh. And you look so, I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, you are the most beautiful woman I have seen, maybe ever. Maybe ever.
Dad, that's so sweet.
I'd love to go, and I just don't want to mess anything up. Oh, I love.
brush your hair from your face, in the way you smile. I can't wait to turn another page and follow you 1,000 miles. In this world things will change, but you remain a center stage, a sacred place.
My love, my entire heart, my love of all loves. Who would have thought that only a few years after that orientation at Microsoft, I would be calling you by all those names? I still can't believe this is real life. From being best friends, to being a couple, to moving to underground Vienna, buying a house, getting our little girl Mapes, to being here with all our friends and family getting married. You make me want to be the perfect person for you, and you've made me such a better person by allowing me into your life and your family. I found the most perfect person in the world to spend the rest of my life with. I vow to do whatever it takes to make you happy. I vow to travel the world with you and gain new experiences. I vow to cuddle you at night so you can fall asleep. I vow to scratch your back when you're itchy. I vow to be by your side when you're stressed, angry, or sad and help you through tough situations. I vow to partner with you through all things life throws at us. My love bug. I vow to love you forever.
Alright. 7:28. My entire heart. My love. I'm writing my vows while looking out the window at our perfect wedding venue on the morning of 700. And I'm realizing that all of my biggest dreams have come true because of you. Buying our dream home, traveling the world, getting our angel puppy, mostly an angel, and finding the greatest love I could ever ask for. 6 years ago at orientation, you taught me how to turn on my computer, and you've been teaching me ever since. How to be less messy, how to make an amazing cocktail, although I'm still learning, and most importantly, you've taught me what true love is. Over the past 6 years, you've helped me to become a better person. Challenge me, constantly make me laugh, and support me as I grow into someone that I hope you're proud to spend your life with. So, with all that being said, here are my vows to you. I vow to love you from my heart, make it and treat as often as you want it, plan date nights to new places that we want to try, be your travel partner for life, love your family as much as my own, sometimes more, always keep you warm, leave the bag of peanut butter pretzels open for their sale just the way you like them. I vow to love you in both the big and little ways, to work hard every day on building the best possible life for us and people, and hopefully maybe to tell one day. Most importantly, I vow that my entire heart is yours forever. You're my very best friend, the love of my life, and the person I hope to contribute. All right. Videographer. We're getting married. This looks great on you. Oh my gosh.
It's like an ocean wave. It's got me in a magnetic trance that I can't escape. Even when I close my eyes, I feel you breathe next to me. It's everything. I see you. You're a galaxy of stars. Galaxy of stars written on my heart. You're a lighthouse on the sea, every note a symphony. You're the rising of the sky, bringing colors back to life.
Please be seated. Bruchim habayim b'shem Adonai. Blessed are you who come here in the name of God. Yivdu Adonai b'simcha, bohu lefanav irnana. Serve Adonai with joy. Come into God's presence with song. My name is Aaron Miller. I'm one of the rabbis at Washington Hebrew Congregation. Hailey, I've had the privilege of knowing you and your family for some time. Rishil, what a joy it has been to get to know you and your family over these past many months. This is a time of joy. This is a time of coming together. This is a time when our people celebrates this sacred moment beneath a chuppah, this symbol of the Jewish home. As anyone here, Jewish or not, will notice, this is just the essence of a home. This is just poles and barely a roof. And what this represents for our people is going back to the very beginning of our story, Abraham and Sarah, the first Jews. As they traversed the wilderness together, had their tent open and not closed. Our sages teach that their tent was open so that they might offer hospitality, so that they might be a source of comfort and sustenance to those who passed by. And also, our rabbis teach, their tent was open so that others might look in and see what love could be. Our tradition teaches that Abraham and Sarah were the first couple in Jewish history to ever love each other. And so we now, together as a couple for the two of you, as a phalanx of bridesmaids and groomsmen, and family and friends from across the country come together to see you, to see truly what love can be. You have opened your hearts to us. You have opened your tent to us. And here we are to witness truly the beauty of love. We rejoice that Hailey and Rishil joined in marriage in the presence of God and loved ones. Mi adir al hakol, mi adir al hakol, mi adir al hakol, mi baruch al hakol, mi gadol al hakol, hu yivrech chatan v'chalaha. O most awesome, glorious, and blessed God, grant your blessings to the bride and the groom. Surrounded by loved ones whose joy and prayers are with you here, you stand at this chuppah, this symbol of the Jewish home. May your home be a shelter against the storm, a haven of peace, a stronghold of faith and love. And so in moments like this, we say Shehechianu. It's a mouthful, Shehechianu. But this is a prayer that we say as a people at every one of life's new beginnings. This, for you, is a new beginning. Your lives have been blessed in so many ways, but this is a blessing above them all. And so we come together and celebrate that life is, with this love, full of blessing, and always may it be so, as we come together and sing Shehechianu. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechianu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. We can all say amen. Amen. We praise you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who has given us life, who has sustained us, and who has enabled us to reach this blessed season. In this union, the sacred work of creation goes on. God joining man and woman, God planting the divine likeness within them. As our Torah states, man and woman were created in God's image. Male and female, God created them. May the union of Rishil and Hailey animate the divine in each of them, and may each help the other to grow in God's likeness. It is my honor now to raise a Kiddush cup that was first used at your parents' wedding a couple of years ago, right? A couple of years ago. And I have to say, as I've come to know Hailey, you and your family, this Kiddush cup is especially meaningful because our rabbis teach that to say Kiddush, our prayer over wine, is a prayer said not just over wine itself, but over the joy that wine represents. Wine in our people's tradition is the symbol of joy. And so as we come together in a moment like this, on this beautiful day, in this beautiful time, we celebrate that Just as God poured joy into creation, that joy is symbolized every time we raise a glass and say Kiddush, this prayer, especially every time we stand beneath the chuppah and welcome the love of bride and groom. And so I'm going to raise this Kiddush cup. If you're familiar with this prayer, I invite you to join with me. If you're not familiar with this prayer, you can say Amen, and that counts just as much. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Amen. We praise you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine. Hailey, I'll ask you to drink first and then pass to Rishil. Save some.
What year is this?
Terrific. Thank you. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'hitir lanu et hansu'in v'hansu'ot lanu al yadei chupav v'kiddushin. Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh amo Yisrael al yadei chupav v'kiddushin. That translates to, we praise you, Adonai our God, ruler of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot and consecrates this marriage. We praise you, Adonai our God, who sanctifies our people Israel through kiddushin, the sacred rite of marriage at the chuppah. And now I ask you, in the presence of God and this assembly, do you, Rishil, take Hailey to be your wife, to love, to honor, and to cherish?
I do.
You do. And do you, Hailey, take Rishil to be your husband, to love, to honor, and to cherish?
I do.
Hailey and Rishil, you will speak the words and exchange the rings that make you husband and wife. But before we do, I want to take a moment and explain this beautiful work of art to my right. This ketubah here, but you don't have to move at your wedding. That's okay. Come on back. I'm going to hold it. No, I'm not. It's tied. Yeah. All right. This ketubah, there may be people who have signed a ketubah before. Traditionally, a ketubah is a legally binding document that sanctifies under rabbinic supervision that this matrimony is, for lack of a better term, kosher. What the ketubah has come to represent in modern times is that Jewish tradition for the past 3,000 years has maintained and celebrated generation after generation, truly the values that not just bring a couple together, but sustain love from day to day and from year to year, from decade to decade for a lifetime. This ketubah, which is just so beautiful, represents the values that I know Hailey and Rishil hold dear in their love and their relationship. It's my privilege now to read this ketubah out loud. So give me just a moment. We're going to do a little bit of redecorating here. This ketubah reads, on the 7th day of the month of August in the year 2021, here in Purcellville, Virginia, the bride, Hailey Shea Fleming, daughter of Anthony and Monica, and the groom, Rishil Jamin Patel, son of Jamin, and Nisha, enter the covenant of marriage as loving companions in life. As beloveds and friends, they say, we choose to walk life's path together. We pledge to be equal partners, loving friends, and supportive companions through all our life. Our lives are now forever intertwined. Our similarities will bind us. Our differences will enrich us. And our love will define us. We will share our hopes and dreams and celebrate all the passages of life together with joy and reverence. In times of happiness, we will cherish each other. And in times of trouble, may they be few, we will protect each other. We will build a home together and fill it with laughter, empathy, faith, trust, friendship, companionship, and love. A home in which holidays and heritage are celebrated in accordance with our traditions. May we live each day as the first, the last, and the only we will have with each other. Surrounded by family and friends, we joyfully enter into this covenant of companionship and love. From this day forward, we are as one. Beautiful. You all here are witness to this love. There are, however, Hailey, your cousins, Sean and Kelly, who are playing an especially sacred role at this time as the signers of your ketubah. The ketubah is, at this moment, a work of art. But with your now sacred signatures, it becomes a holy document. And I pray as the two of you, I'm going to invite you to come forward. Signing this might be a little bit strange because it is vertical, but we're all going to do our best. As the two of you come forward, as the two of you have witnessed the love between Hailey and Rishil, that the two of you continue for your lifetimes to bear witness to the love and connection that brings these two together. My prayer for the two of you is that as you walk into the home that Hailey and Rishil build for themselves, and as all of your guests, as all of your family and friends walk into the home that you create together from this moment forward, that you look at this ketubah and you look at how these two love each other, and there's as much of a match and connection as there is today. We believe as a people that love can only grow, and that this is just the beginning for the two of you. And so we celebrate this sacred beginning with the signing of the ketubah. Are either of you lefties? Okay, just smudges the ink. So I'm going to ask, Sean, can I ask you to come forward, please? All right, you're going to sign right there where it says witness. You may have to crouch. Beautiful. And give the bride and the groom a hug, please. All right. And stay right here, Sean. Kelly, come forward. I'll ask you to do the same. Beautiful. Give the bride and groom a hug and a kiss. All right. I'm going to ask you to take your seats. Thank you so much. And now I'm going to invite the bride and the groom to sign the sacred document as well. So, Hailey, we're going to start with you.
Do I sign Fleming or Patel?
Fleming.
Okay.
Beautiful. All right. Come forward, my friend.
I know, me too.
Beautiful. And I will sign as well. All right. All right. Now, there are a number of things that need to happen before you are officially married. But what I want to say is this. The ketubah you signed represents all of the beauty, all of the hope, all of the joy that is contained in this sacred moment. My prayer for you is that as you navigate life together, that this document and work of art is not just center in your house, not just in a place where anybody who passes by will be able to see it. But I pray that those who walk past this document of love look at this ketubah and look at the two of you and not just see a match, but that the two of you in moments of joy look at this ketubah and see the values that bring you together at this time in each other's eyes. I also pray that in moments of difficulty, may they be few, that you look at this sacred document as an anchor, as who you are no matter what is happening in the moment you are in. This is you, and this is you, and this is a beautiful start to a long and loving relationship that we look forward to witnessing as we witness this ketubah signing for the many, many happy decades to come. And so we take a moment now to exchange our rings. I would like to invite the ring bearer to come forward. Terrific. Are they both there? Wonderful, wonderful. Terrific. Thank you so much. Now, our people's tradition, Rishil, I'm going to ask you to take this ring. It's a beautiful ring, to place it on Hailey's right index finger. And I want you to hold it there as you look into your bride's eyes. Our rabbis teach that there is a direct connection between the right index finger and the human heart. And by consecrating yourselves to each other, by placing the ring first on this right index finger, we as a people know that it is not just love that allows a relationship to thrive. It's not just love, that feeling that brings you beneath the chuppah. It's 1,000 acts of love every day that grow you and sustain you and allow you to go from strength to strength. Love is not just a feeling, it is made real through acts of love. And so as you consecrate yourselves to each other, you spiritually connect the hand to the heart. And that connection is so real and so present right now. And so, Rishil, as you hold this ring on Hailey's right index finger, I ask you to look into Hailey's eyes and to repeat these words first said by the prophet Hosea. I betroth you to me forever.
I betroth you to me forever.
I betroth you to me with steadfast love and compassion.
I betroth you to me with steadfast love and compassion.
I betroth you to me in faithfulness.
I betroth you to me in faithfulness.
Wonderful. Now you'll take the ring, place it on Hailey's ring finger. Sorry. And now, Hailey, I'm going to ask you to do the same. To take this beautiful ring, to place it on Rishil's right index finger and connecting the hand to the heart. Repeat after me. I betroth you to me forever.
I betroth you to me forever.
I betroth you to me with steadfast love and compassion.
I betroth you to me with steadfast love and compassion.
I betroth you to me in faithfulness.
I betroth you to me in faithfulness.
Wonderful. And now take the ring, place it on Rishil's ring finger. It's a good look. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. It is now my honor to share a prayer for this couple. We thank you, O God, for this family and for what they mean to one another. We are grateful for the bonds of loyalty and affection which sustain us, for our capacity to love and to care. Help Hailey and Rishil to be modest in their demands of one another, but generous in their giving to each other. May they never measure how much love or encouragement they offer. May they never count the times they forgive. Rather, may they always be grateful that they have one another and that they are able to express their love in acts of kindness. Keep them gentle in their speech. When they offer words of criticism, may they be chosen with care and spoken softly. May they waste no opportunity to speak words of sympathy, of appreciation, and of praise. Bless this couple with health, happiness, and contentment. Above all, grant them the wisdom to build a joyous and peaceful home in which your spirit will always abide. And together we all say, Amen, Amen, Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh Amo Yisrael al Yadei Chupav v'Kiddushim. We praise you, Adonai, our God, who hallows our people Israel through this sacred rite at the chuppah. And now we're going to go back very far in time. Hailey, to your father's bar mitzvah. And not many people here, I don't think, remember a 13-year-old Tony, but I'm sure that is certainly something to remember. I just want to share how surprised 13-year-old Tony would be now to see him here at the wedding of his daughter and son-in-law, beneath this chuppah, beneath this in this Jewish time on this beautiful day. May the two of you know even just a fraction of this joy as we raise this second glass of wine, this doubly joyful glass of wine for the Sheva Brachot. Now, I do want to say before we begin, I'm going to take a moment and wrap the two of you in a talit. This is colloquially known as the Jewish prayer shawl, but it's much more than this. This talit was also worn at your father's bar mitzvah. It has not aged a day. And as the two of you are wrapped in this talit, I'm going to ask you to hold it to make sure it doesn't fall. The talit symbolizes through the fringes and the knots and the loops and the twists the 613 mitzvot that we are commanded to perform throughout our lifetimes. Again, acknowledging that love is not just something that we feel, love is something that we do. And a mitzvah is a commandment. A mitzvah is not just a good deed. A mitzvah is a commanded good deed. And that makes all the difference in the world. A mitzvah is a good deed, an act of love that you give to each other, whether you feel like it or not. Whether it is a beautiful day on this beautiful summer in this beautiful moment of love, or in moments that maybe are a little more sleepy, or a little more stressful, or a little more up in the air. The two of you are, from this point forward, commanded to extend acts of kindness and love to each other. And in moments of joy and in moments of difficulty, it's these moments of love that you give generously and freely to each other, these mitzvot, that bind you together at this sacred time and continue this holy moment, in this moment and many moments forth. And so we raise our second glass representing joy, hope, and gladness as we join in the Sheva Brachot. These are the 7 blessings. I will sing them in Hebrew and translate each one. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagafen. We all say amen. Amen. We praise you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, creator of the fruit of the vine. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehakol bara lichvodo. Amen. We praise you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, creator of all things for your glory. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher yotzer ha'adam. Amen. We praise you, Adonai, our God, creator of the universe, creator of man and woman. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher yitzar et ha'adam b'tzalmo, b'tzelem damu tavnito, v'kin lo mimenu binyan adad. Baruch atah Adonai yotzer ha'adam. Amen. We praise you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who creates us to share with you in life's everlasting renewal. Sos tasis v'tagel Tzion b'kibut panecha litocha b'simcha, Baruch atah Adonai misameach Tzion b'vaneha. Amen. We praise you, Adonai, our God, who causes Zion to rejoice in her children's happy return. Sameach tisamach re'im ha'ahuvim, kisamecha yirtzacha b'gan Eden mikedem, Baruch atah Adonai misameach chatan v'chala. Amen. We praise you, Adonai, our God, who causes bride and groom to rejoice. May these loving companions rejoice, as have your creatures since the days of creation. Now, before I share the 7th and final blessing, I want to first cite the source. As the 3 of us discussed some days ago, this prayer that we're about to utter was almost quoted verbatim from the prophet Jeremiah. The prophet Jeremiah, who in his time surveyed a landscape on fire, the destruction of his nation, the destruction of the temple, joy, hope, and gladness eliminated. And in his despair, Jeremiah cries out, there will never again be heard in the cities of Israel and in the streets of Jerusalem. Never again the sounds of joy and of happiness, the voice of the groom and the voice of the bride. Never again, he says, the shouts of young people celebrating and the songs of children at play. But in this moment, our rabbis, instead of saying never, say always. That because of love like the 2 of you share, because of the love of bride and groom that we celebrate and sanctify generation after generation, no matter what is happening out there, there is love here. No matter what darkness descends in the world around us, there's light shining from the 2 of you as you come together and remind us, remind your friends and family, and remind the world that feels so dark sometimes that there's always light, there's always hope, there's always joy as the 2 of you love each other in this moment and for the rest of your lives. And so we say in the Hebrew and then the English, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher sason v'simcha chatan v'chala, gila rina ditza v'chedva, ahava v'achava, shalom v'reut, mehera Adonai Eloheinu, yishma b'yarei Yehuda, uv'chutzot Yerushalayim, kol sason v'kol simcha, kol chatan v'kol kala, kol mitzchalot chatanim mechupatam, une'emar mimishta nigiyatam, baruch atah Adonai misameach chatan im hakala. We all say amen. Amen. We praise you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, creator of gladness and joy, bride and groom, love and kinship, peace and friendship. O God, may there always, always, always be heard in the cities of Israel and in the streets of Jerusalem the sounds of joy and happiness, the voice of the groom and the voice of the bride, the shouts of young people celebrating, and the songs of children at play. We praise you, our God, who causes the bride and the groom to rejoice together. Amen. Rochelle, I'm going to ask you to take a sip and then pass to Hailey. Hailey and Rishil, as the two of you stand underneath the chuppah, this symbol of the Jewish home, you do so in our people's tradition as we read a Torah portion. The Torah is divided into different sections that we read and go through week after week and year after year. And this week's reading is called Parshat Shoftim. And in Parshat Shoftim, we are nearing the end of the Torah, the 5 books of Moses. And at the end of the 5 books of Moses is the end of Moses. Moses is hours away from his death, and he knows this. And so he draws Israel close, and he tells them what life will be and should be on the other side of the Jordan without him, as the nation of Israel enters into the land of milk and honey. The land of milk and honey is full of bounty. It's full of plenty, which for our ancestors wandering through the old wilderness for 40 years must have been something to imagine. But there's a but. There's a but. Because as the 12 tribes of Israel enter into the promised land, we are instructed as Moses is about to pass away, that there is one tribe of the 12, the Levites, who have no hereditary portion. And what that means is that they have no land. They have no farm. They have no ability to sustain themselves and their families. And so the question that our Torah begs us to ask is, how are these tribe of Levi, how is this tribe of Levi to sustain themselves? And then in just the next paragraph, it answers that the children of Israel are to bring their first fruits. The children of Israel are to sustain with the first of what they produce, the tribe of Levi. They're supposed to bring gifts from the heart, gifts of generosity. And that's how this tribe of Levi sustains themselves. And as I think about the tribes of Levi who are sustained on nothing except generosity, I can't help but think of everything that the two of you have to bring to each other and how deeply and richly the two of you give to one another. And Rishil, as you stand side by side with your beloved Hailey, you are standing next to someone who brings so much joy and spontaneity and love to the connection that we're celebrating today. Rishil, when you first saw Hailey, she was, as you put it, a beautiful woman who needed help turning on a computer. And I have to say, you were happy to oblige. And as first a friendship grew, and then clearly this beautiful love. You came to know Hailey as someone who brings an element of fun and energy to your lives, who brings this sense of joy that only someone, Hailey, like you can. But Rishil, as you came to know Hailey, of the many things that you love and admire about her, what you kept coming back to is love. Hailey, you are someone who knows better than just about anyone how to love deeply and fully with your full self. You cannot help but upon meeting you, Hailey, but to love you and to want to know you more, because that is the love that you extend to others. You are so interested in other people. There's something that draws you to them. Hailey, you are someone who just in the span of owning a dog has gotten to know all of your neighbors, gotten to know all their stories. They are just as excited to see you as you are to see them. And Hailey, as you have come to build this wonderful network of friends who are, may as well be family to you. We've seen how that love that emanates from you brings people into this space of love. You are someone who Rishil's family loves as much as you love them, and that is a lot. That is a lot. You are someone who, Hailey, grew up surrounded by love offered by your parents and your brother Cole. You are someone who shares that love, who reaches out to them, calls them all the time, asks them for advice all the time. It is hard, Hailey, when you are loved by Hailey, not to hear from you all the time. And so, Hailey, you are someone truly who emanates what love can be, who brings love to every time you meet somebody. And that's why there's so many people here who love you, because that love is shared so deeply. And Hailey, the person who has experienced this love most deeply is the man by your side. Rishil, you are also someone who brings so much to this love, to this connection that we sanctify today. When Hailey first met you, she said it was like meeting a comedian. You have the ability to make most moments in life very, very funny. And if anybody ever has the opportunity to see Hailey look down at her phone and just start cracking up, that's because Rishil just sent Hailey a text. Rishil, you are someone who knows where to find joy in life, even in moments when joy is a little bit harder to find. Life is a happy adventure for you. And you bring that happiness and you bring that joy to the love that we celebrate today. Rishil, in addition to the amazing sense of humor that you bring to everything, including this day, you are someone who takes life seriously, who takes work seriously, who is passionate, who's driven, who is laser focused. Nothing can interrupt you between 9 and 5. And you do that not just because you care deeply about your work, but because you know that there is more to life than work. And that there's life beyond the hours that you've devoted to your career. And so many of those hours are shared with your beloved Hailey. Rishil, you also understand the value of family. You understand the value of showing up. You are one of the most thoughtful people I've ever encountered, and certainly that Hailey has ever met. You're someone who's always thinking of Hailey, who a trip to the dentist's office is not complete without a pastry coming home for you and for Hailey. But you're someone who's always thinking of others, who's always reaching out to others, and who puts others first. I have to say, as I've come to know the two of you, one of the things that I find most beautiful about your love is the love that you come from. Both your parents have shared decades and decades of love. And I know the two of you, I know just how much the two of you look up to them as models for what love can be. Your parents have given you many gifts, but beyond any of the gifts that are apparent today is the gift of decades-long love that I know you grew up seeing, and will continue to model and deepen and grow in your own unique ways. The two of you bring so many gifts to each other. The two of you have been gifted by so many others for what love can be. And so we enter into a new chapter in life, a promised land of sorts, like the Levites, sustained by nothing short of generosity itself. And I pray that as you give to each other in this moment, and as you continue to give to each other throughout your lifetimes, that when you give first, when you give of your first fruits, when you give before taking, when you are generous in action and generous in spirit for the rest of your lives, that this is how love grows. And this is how love blossoms. And this is how we go, as our people says, from strength to strength to strength. May your life and love be full of blessing. And may you look back at this moment of love as just the beginning of a beautiful story. And so, I want to wish the two of you a mazel tov, and also say that as we near the end of our ceremony together, allow me to take this talit. As we near the end of our ceremony together, we do so by saying a different kind of prayer. I mentioned the love that parents have for their children, and the love, Hailey and Rishil, that the two of you know so well growing up in your respective traditions. The love that parents have for their children is consecrated by what is, in archaeological memory, the oldest prayer on the books. In the scrolls, as we say. This prayer that we're about to utter goes back at least 2,800 years. In the time of the prophet Jeremiah, in fact, have been scrolls of silver found in the grave sites of those who passed away, and this prayer has been etched inside of them. This prayer is sacred and important, not just for its message, but because it is a generational prayer. It is a prayer that celebrates that the two of you are coming together beneath the chuppah, and the two of you are loving each other as you do because of those who came before you, because of the blessings that they share and continue to share with the two of you. And my prayer for you, whether you say the priestly benediction to those who come after you every Friday or embrace other traditions as well, is that those who come after you, years and decades down the road, bless themselves by the love that is consecrated today. May your love be a model for those who come after you, as the love of those who came before you is a model for yours. And so we say these priestly words. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and keep you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha. May God's presence shine upon you and be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yaseh lecha shalom. May God's presence be with you always and grant you peace. And together we all say amen. Amen. Now, my friends, we've reached the conclusion of our ceremony. There are many interpretations, welcome to Jewish tradition. There are many interpretations of why we break a glass at the end of a wedding. I want to share with you one in particular that reminds me so much of the two of you and the love that brings you together. It is not every couple that has the joy of getting married during a pandemic. I know that there are people who are not here who you miss, who were on the invite list and for all kinds of reasons, right, are not here physically and will be celebrating with you from afar. We live now in a world a little bit darker than had you gotten married in another season. And we acknowledge that there are times of real darkness in the world and that there are moments of healing. There are times of healing like this wedding, and there are relationships of healing like the ones that we consecrate today in this moment, like Abraham and Sarah at the beginning of the Jewish story leading up to the very Jewish present of now. The love that brings together brides and grooms, the love that you extend to each other, and the love that you extend to all those who are here to celebrate with us can and is the greatest source of healing in this world. And so long as there is love between the two of you, the world might not be entirely healed, but it will be a more whole place. Love can heal the brokenness of the world. And so in just a few moments, you will, on the one hand, break the glass to symbolize the brokenness of the world, and then embrace each other as husband and wife to bring the healing and love that only you can. And so I'll place the glass on the ground. Rishil, you will break the glass. We will all say a mazel tov together.
Now?
Please. You may kiss the bride. Mazel tov!
I'm yours and you're mine. The thought of it keeps dancing in my mind. There's nothing that can keep me from your side. Oh, I'll pull you close for the rest of my life. I'll keep your love safe here and locked in my chest. Yeah, ooh, baby, no, I love you to death. I'll keep it short and sweet and say it again. Your love safe with me. Come rain or shine, carrying you through the lows and highs. Don't you worry, say what's on your mind. When I pull you close, I see the spark in your eyes. I keep your love safe here and locked in my chest. Yeah, ooh, baby, no, I love you to death. I'll keep it short and sweet and say it again. Your love safe with me, and you will never be alone. Your love safe. Treat your heart like my own. Your love safe. I'll keep your love safe here and locked in my chest. Yeah, ooh, baby, you know I love you to death. I'll keep it short, sweet, say it again. Your love safe with me. I'll keep your love safe here and locked in my chest. Yeah, ooh, baby, no, I love you to death. I'll keep it short and sweet and say it again. Your love safe, love safe, your love safe with me.
Let's hear it now for Mr. and Mrs. Patel.
took forever on the road. Cones blur like memories of the miles we shared between. The place you learned to say your prayers, the place I took to praying. Loading in and breaking down my road, dark door till dreams. Long before we ever met, I made up my direction. Long before I knew the half of half I'm sure of now. Though I'd say it ain't the way that you'd have gone about it. Follow me and lead me on and never let me down. So I'll love you till my lungs give out. I ain't lying. I'm all yours. You're all mine. There ain't two ways around it. There ain't no trying about it. I'm all yours. You're all mine.
Lovely, isn't she wonderful? Isn't she precious? Less than 1 minute old. I never thought true love would be making one as lovely as she. But isn't she lovely, made from love? Isn't she pretty? Truly the angel's best. Boy, I'm so happy. We have been heaven blessed. I can't believe what God has done. Through us, He's given life to one. But isn't she lovely, made from love?
Needed the shelter, someone's arms, and there you were. I needed someone to understand my ups and downs, and there you were. With sweet love and devotion, deeply touching my emotion. I wanna stop and thank you, baby. I just wanna stop. Thank you, baby. How sweet it is to be loved by you. How sweet it is to be loved by you. I close my eyes at night, wonder where you'd be without you in my life. Everything I did was just a bore. Everywhere I went, it seems I've been there before. But you brighten up me all my days with a love so sweet, so many ways. I wanna stop and thank you, baby. I just wanna stop and thank you, baby.
First off, Monica and I wanted to say thank you to our family for coming here tonight. You know, we didn't mention friends and family because if you're here tonight, we consider you family. We wanted to start off this evening by applauding Hailey and Rishil. You know, waiting a year has been incredibly, incredibly tough. They stuck it out and perhaps even got better as a couple too. I did a little research and found in my thousands of text messages from those two that a lot of the glue that held them together was, get this, some millennial event called the Bottomless Mimosa Brunch. But who's judging? Most everybody here has watched these two kind of grow up to be amazing, amazing adults, you know, and we look at them and we go, wow, we had something to do with that? And how's that possible? They say it takes a village to raise a child, and that village is being honored here tonight. Thank you to all the grandparents, right? Parents, aunts, uncles, friends, dogs, and everyone else, right? Who mentored these great kids and gave us what we have here in front of us today. You know, compassion, great smiles, a love of family, right? And it's all you could ever want for your kids. And lastly, to meet someone just like themselves and to not be a Zoom date is a damn miracle. I think they nailed it. Also, so all of those you who traveled, you know, your difficulties to get here don't go unnoticed. It's a sincere thank you. A sincere thank you for both the Flemings and the Patels, right? For not giving up and gathering yourselves together to get here, make it for tonight's event, in spite of the crazy travel restrictions that seem to change every 15 minutes. However, I'd like to point out that it was the hottest ticket in town this summer with a waiting list of 100, okay? Don't even think about selling that ticket on eBay. All right, tonight is also about Rishil's bridal party and Hailey's bridal party as well. You know, like a photo shoot at a Martha Stewart living, right? Look at these people. All right. The stunning looks of the maid of honor, right? The best man, the groomsmen, the bridesmaids, and ushers too look so spectacular tonight. And the fact that all of them have been prepping for so many hours straight and then sharing this event with us means so much to the family. And for that, we just say thank you, right? The photographer, by the way, wanted to thank you as well. This whole weekend really is about melding different families, cultures, faiths, geography, and ideas together. But one of our favorite family movies is My Big Fat Greek Wedding. And while it may be a cultural parody, the wacky family dynamics applies to all our families. Crazy aunts and uncles, overbearing fathers, right? And of course, all the mothers who keep it all together. And lastly, you other crazy people out there too, all right? Yes, all of us here tonight are different in some way. But what the line in the movie says is this, is that we may be different, like apples and oranges, but at the end of the day, we're all fruit. All right? And so is here as a toast to our fruity family. In closing, as we move on tonight's fun, I think this is the most important part. As we move on tonight's fun, a sincere thank you to Hailey and Rishil for the effort. I mean, the sincere effort they put into making this event so beautiful. When you take a second just to look around you at the people that are here, the good friends, the family, the smiles, you know, people that are so important to all of our lives, right? You know, we're in a space that's so beautiful, but I don't want to forget the both of them for allowing us to share it. And so thank you for sharing that with us tonight. And in all the languages as shared here tonight, we say congrats, Abhinandan, and Mazel Tov.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you all so much for coming tonight to celebrate Hailey and Rishil's wedding weekend extravaganza. For those of you that I haven't had the pleasure yet of meeting, my name is Elena. I'm Hailey's maid of honor. More importantly, she's been my best friend for 10 years. Stop! Okay. In that time, she has been my confidant, my biggest cheerleader, my fellow foodie, my partner in all things home renovation. She's been there for the pivotal moments in my life, some of them really hard. And throughout them, she's always motivated me to rise up as my best self. And she has no idea what that has meant to me. Hailey's friendship is unwavering. She loves with her whole heart. And I remember a lifetime ago when that heart was a little bruised. Enter Rishil, impeccable timing as always. And it was amazing to watch how he made her beam. He is kind, he's patient, and he compliments Hailey in all the best ways. And best of all, he protects her heart. Hailey and I joke that the basis of our friendship is rooted in this shared delusional love of analysis paralysis, also known as fear of better options. You do not want to know how many fonts we tested for the seating chart before landing on the ones we did. But Hailey, I can confidently say, with regards to Rishil, you nailed it. No further sampling is needed. Rishil, you bring out the best in her, and I love how you love her out loud for everyone else to so clearly see. The life you two have built together, the community that you've brought together, it is amazing, and I can't wait to see what your future holds. I'll conclude by just reminding you both how lucky you are. Rishil, you'll leave this weekend with a wife who's caring and compassionate. And Hailey, you'll leave this weekend with an incredible amount of blog content. I love you guys. To the bride and groom.
I am who I am today because I had two friends who believed in me, and I never had the heart to let them down. And to be a part of this ceremony with you guys today is truly a pleasure. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so when Rishil asked me to be his best man, I was humbled. I can't necessarily say I was surprised, though. Most of you here have met me. Pretty freaking awesome guy. But the more I thought about it and tried to humble myself, which is, one of the many great qualities of my, that I have, I thought about it really speaks to the kind of guy Rishil is. I think it really speaks to him noticing the connection that us three have and giving me the opportunity to share some of those details with you all today. I heard it said of man that the goal in life is to find his sweetheart, his soulmate, someone to love him and spend time with him for the rest of his days. Rishil is a lucky guy. He met that person 9 years ago at a Microsoft facilitated event in the finest basement of a community center in Orlando, Florida. Folks laughing probably realize that's the day he met me. And the rest of this is going to be true. So I met Rishil. Really, I was, I noticed who he was. I was there facilitating a training on behalf of Microsoft to open up a store at Mall of Millennia. And as part of facilitating a training, as it was my job to kind of come up here and come up in front of the group rather and speak to them, train them on the various Microsoft products. Prior to that day, there's a program manager, and myself, I was like a 20-year-old kid, 21-year-old, and there was a program manager who actually took this really, really seriously and went through. And we were around when the Microsoft Surface first came out, and I insisted, please let the students or the employees, students of mine, to use their Surface. She swore to me that somebody in the group was going to go on the internet or Facebook or whatever, MySpace, whatever the hell it was at the time. And I made a wager with her. I was like, I guarantee you I will captivate an audience well enough that nobody will go on the internet or venture off. Sure enough, she shook my hand and she said, I will tell. And the gentleman's name was D-Mac. He was the chief operating officer of the Microsoft retail stores. She would personally email him if I was able to captivate the audience well enough and give her admiration of me on my behalf. So I said, deal, let's do it. Went the entire day. All the way up until the end, she came up to me and said there was one person she saw who got on her computer. That person was Rishil. Screwed up my entire letter to the COO. Anywho, the next day, this was Rishil and I applying to our dream job the next day. And it was referred to at the time called the mock program. And there was a conference call scheduled that folks from the retail stores needed to jump on to prepare for their interview. So they gave us a closet for Rishil and I to take the conference call in. We entered that closet, so to speak. And little did I know I would come out of that closet, again, so to speak, with someone, in all honesty, who would truly become a friend for life. I just didn't realize it at the time. Pause there. Oh, hail! So I met Hailey in the office in Reston, Virginia, just down the road from here. I was walking proudly down the stairs of what's called the MTC, and I noticed a bright, beautiful smile gleaming up the day at the reception desk asking where the mock conference room was, because it was all of our first day at Microsoft. You heard about it a little earlier today. I need to make mention that I was also there as well, too. And I directed her, I said, hey, I know where to go. I'll show you the right way. And we headed up to that conference room where Hailey and Rishil met. You guys possibly could thank me for this entire event happening by me showing her the way. But in all seriousness, me showing Hailey the right way that day has reciprocated itself to me many times over by her showing me the right way in some of the most important struggles and hard times that I've had in my life. And I'm truly thankful I ran into her that morning. Anywho, so if you have connection to the internet, you probably know that we all live together as well. Hell of a time hosting the parents. That was really when Hailey and I would clean up the place until Rishil moved in, and he was more the cleaner of the house. You learn a lot about folks when you live with them. For example, Hailey's an early riser, enjoys a cup of tea in the morning. She heats the hot water in the microwave, which she then will slam shut at 6:45 a.m. And it was always right around 6:45. The beauty you see in front of you is not by accident. It comes with plenty of rest. So I wasn't accustomed to waking up at 6:45. Neither here nor there. We got over it. I learned what a neat freak Rishil was. I thought he was like my bro. I go visit him in Tampa. We have fun. There's a mess when I get there. It's a mess when I leave, whatever. He's a neat freak, cleaned me and Hale's house up. But, I'm a funny guy, as you guys know, but I don't want it to be taken as disingenuous that probably the most important thing that I learned about Hailey and Rishil was that they're two people who stake their own happiness and well-being on the happiness and well-being of others. That's a rare trait to see in this day and age. Nisa, Jamin, Monica, Dad. I think when God gave that trait to Hailey and Rishil, he broke the mold when he was done. And to see two people who place such value in the embetterment of others find true love and happiness with each other, it'll likely go down in Michael Sarkis' history as one of the greatest blessings of my life. And I got to sit there riding shotgun and see it happen. As I wrap this up, I'd wish you good luck. But I don't think it's luck that you'll need. I wish that everyone here in this room and who becomes a part of your life going forward makes you feel as happy, valued, and important. I'm crying for effect. Happy, important, and valued as you make everyone else feel. And to never lie, steal, cheat, or drink. But if you must lie, lie only in the arms of the ones you love. If you must steal, steal away from bad company. If you must cheat, cheat death. And if you must drink, drink only in the moments that take your breath away.
I feel so good today. Been lucky. What a lovely day. Woke up on a vibe, y'all. Got a brand new thing. Yeah, it's all going my way. My shoes got sold. Got a strut in my walk now. Got a pocket full of sun. Won't say it won't go down. I'm a winner, I can feel it in the city. Yeah, heavy when I breathe it in. Roll the dice for the 7, hit 11, hit a 7, hit 11 again. I'm all good. Got a 4-leaf clover. Y'all can knock on wood. It's my lucky day. 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 'Cause I know today it's gonna go my way. I can see the sunshine through the rain. It's my lucky day. Yesterday I got burnt. Today I'm so tan. I was late to work. On a day my boss slept in. I got an overdraft. Till this morning I got paid. The devil can't stop me. I woke up feeling sad. I'm a roller on the table in the game. It's the all-time unbeatable head. No. Heavyweight in the ring. It's the creed. It's the all-time unbeatable man. Hey, I'm all good. Got a 4-leaf clover. Y'all can knock on wood. It's my lucky day. My lucky day. Alright. My lucky day. It is my lucky day. My lucky day. My lucky day. 'Cause I know today it's gonna go my way. I can see the sunshine through the rain. It's my lucky day. My lucky day. It's my lucky day. It's my lucky day. No. Oh, I'm all good. No, got a 4-leaf clover. Oh, I'm all good. Got a 4-leaf clover. Y'all can knock on wood. It's my lucky day. My lucky day. My lucky day. It is my lucky day. My lucky day. My lucky day. 'Cause I know today. My lucky day. बुलावे तुझे यारे अज मेरी गलियां बसाऊं तेरे संग मैं अलग दुनिया बुलावे तुझे यारे अज मेरी गलियां बसाऊं तेरे संग मैं अलग दुनिया ना आए कभी दोनों में जरा भी फासले बस एक तू हो एक मैं हूँ और कोई ना है मेरा सब कुछ तेरा तू समझ ले तू चाहे मेरे हक की जमीन रख ले तू सांसों पे भी नाम तेरा लिख दे मैं जीऊं जब जब तेरा दिल धड़के
for the makeup. Pick some flowers. So we want to welcome Maya Devi Kirandanai sir. Nanda Gopa Kumara Gindaya Namo Namaha. You can hold.
जिक्र तेरा ना जाए मेरे लब से बुलावे तुझे यार आज मेरी गलियां बसाऊं तेरे संग में अलग दुनिया जो होवे तू दस मुझे देखे हंस दे तू चाहे मेरे हक की जमीन रख ले तो सांसों पे भी नाम तेरा लिख दे मैं जीऊं जब जब तेरा दिल धड़के समझ आया पर मन करना न तू सोने चलना मैं तुर जाना
Tell Dad to take his shoes off too.
Yeah, I'm going to. Hailey, to take your shoes off, honey. You need help?
Thank you. So quiet, I'm just looking at you. Hands down. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Oh no.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
One thing I have to do is
Yeah.
the picture.
Hi.
Line her back there.
Yeah.
God from Okay.
No, I got it. Just takes a little while.
Take your time. I don't know.
After I take the hat off.
Yeah.
That's good. You can keep it here. So that coconut. ओम मद्वित्रा पवित्रो वा सर्वगच्छन् गतव्याय स्मरि पुनरीकाक्षो तव अभ्यन्तरा शुचि श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु गंगे च जमुना चैव गोदावरी सरस्वती नर्मदा सिन्धु कावेरी जलेस्वे सिन्धु काकुरु नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णु प्रचोदयात् विष्णुः यत् परमं पदम्. So the next so we're going to start with take a little water. Put everything on the right hand.
Everyone, right?
Just one time, all of you. ओम अपवित्र पवित्रो वा सर्वगच्छन् गतव्याय स्मरि पुनरीकाक्षो तव अभ्यन्तर श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंद गोप कुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः. So the next will be performing called Sankalpa. Sankalpa means who is doing the ceremony. So and which place we're doing the ceremony. So, so this is we are very fortunate to be here, a very beautiful place. Not sure how you found it, this place.
Yeah.
So so it's always auspicious is in our culture is to have a wedding done outdoor in this environment. You know, hotels were added later on, but this was all the natural way of doing it, and this is owned by, of course, your parents, right? So all the Rishil family here, we came from far away to take a beautiful daughter, right? So the first we're going to do called Sankalpa. You're going to hold your son, and same there. Yeah, that's good. Om Hari Om Tas Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu Adya Ditya Prabde Sri Swadvaha Kalpe Bhaivat Sadaman Mantra Davarante Mahakolo Kalyugatsa Partham Acharane Yamavat Sare Bharat Kengladipe America Dese Marilana Virginia Chatre Percival Grame Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu Nalama Sambatsare Ovidam Sravana Somaso Om Idam Partipada Suvatam Ka Namna Gotrasya Amaka Namna Gotrasya Amaka Namna. You can say your name.
Jamin.
Nisha.
Last name also.
Patel.
Okay. So, Putra Samaka Namna, your name?
Rishil. Patel.
Om Tas Vishnu, Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu, Avidam, Chamaka Namna. Say, his father and mother's name?
Monica.
Tony Fleming.
Om Tas Vishnu, Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu, Saputri Samaka Namna, your complete name?
Hailey Patel.
Om Tas Vishnu, Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu. That was fast, huh? So, let's say the last name, other last name first.
Fleming.
Okay. Om Tas Vishnu, Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu, Avidam, Namo Brahman Devaya, Go Brahmanitaya, Jagataya, Krishnaya, Govindaya, Namo Nama, Avidam Subhiva Karmatam, Om Tas Vishnu, Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu. So let's put it together. Rishil's hand, yeah. And then you can give it to me. Put it together, yeah, same time. Okay, so the next we'll be doing is called Swayambar, exchange of the flower garlands. So we have this will mom worked very hard to get these garlands together. Right? Can you stand up for a second? Yeah. Okay. Can you hold this? No, stand right there. So let's face each other. Please pass to your daughter. बेटे को दीजिए. Give it to him. Yeah. Okay, so of course, always easy to remember. Ladies first. Okay. So, while I chant the mantra, go slow. Okay. Om Devendrani Namastubhya Mahalakshmi Namastu Avaya Pratimatula Tatpa Sagbam Vidam Bhavet Panabamruta Satha Pratirvata. Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu, Mangalam Garuda, Mangalam Pundarikaksho, Mangalayam Tano Hari. Okay. So there's a way to connect each other. Okay. Okay. So now you can sit down. So can you give some flowers, petals? Yeah, just a few petals. You know? Yeah. Yes. Oh, that's good. Yeah. All of us can hold it actually. You do. The brother also. Om Om Bodhipanarayanam Yagatsa Yatistam Yavat Puja Karametasu Parsudva Bardo Vama Ginanam Ovidam Dipanarayana Namo Nama Ovidam Baruna Yagatsa Yatistam Yavat Puja Karame Tadasu Parsudva Bardo Vama Puja Ginanam Ovidam Kalasasam Ke Vishnu Kanurudra Samastam Rato Brahma Mati Madhigana Smritam Kuso Tu Sagara Sarvasundara Rig Vedo Yajur Vedo Samveda Angata Saitam Sarve Kalasastu Samatam Atra Gayatri Savitri शांति प्रगत आयुंतम गंगेच जमुना चैव गोदावरी सरद नर्मदा सुन्नु कावेरी जलेश में सुन्नु का कुरु ओविदम पुष्पांजलिं समर्पयामि ओविदम भो गणपते यागच्छ यतिष्ठम यावत् पूजा करोमि तासु प्रसिद्ध भव वरदो भमौज घिनानम औज श्रीर्मा गणाधिपतये नमो नमः लक्ष्मी नारायणाभ्यो नमः उमा महेश्वराभ्यो नमः वाणी हिरण्यगर्भाभ्यो नमः सचिपुरंदराभ्यो नमः मातृ पितृ चरणकमलाभ्यो नमः इष्ट देवताभ्यो नमः कुल देवताभ्यो नमः ग्राम देवताभ्यो नमः वास्तु देवताभ्यो नमः स्थान देवताभ्यो नमः श्रव्य देवताभ्यो नमः श्रव्य ब्राह्मणेभ्यो नमः सिद्धि भविष्यताय श्रीर्मा गणाधिपतये नमो नमः सुमकथ लंबोदर सबग सबनाश विनायकम धूम्रकेतु गणाध्यक्षो बालचंद्रगदाननम द्वादशेतानि नामानि तन्पते नर ओम मंगलम भगवान विष्णु मंगलम गरुड़ध्वज मंगल पुनरीकाक्षो मंगलायम तनो हरि. Let's give the flowers and all of you can give to your brother. Yeah, that's it. So he's going to be my assistant today. Brother has a lot of role to play, right? Yeah. No, it's good. You come in. You're going to help me just place some here. You can just follow me. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Next, you're going to take 4 fruits from there for me.
From here?
4 different types. Yeah.
Okay.
I know. So, okay. So you can place it one here, one there. Ovidam patram puspam phalam toyam tadamaktuparidamastami pratadmana yat krishnase yadvasidasyat yadavasgunti tatkurusa madharpanamidam phalani navidhani sarvayami ovidam sarvtabhyo namo namah. So put your hands together. So the first, we always have Agni Sakshi. Agni is the witness to any ceremonies we perform. Right after that, the colors is where all the different personalities come and reside. So Kalasasa Mukhe Vishnu. Lord Vishnu is on top, Kante Rudra, Lord Shiva in the middle, Brahmaji in the foundation. And then, of course, we did the Ganesh Puja. Ganesh Puja is to create auspiciousness and to remove any obstacles. Okay. I know as husband and wife, you'll never have obstacles. But if you feel that something is coming, just think of Lord Ganesha and he will remove it for you. Okay. And then we have Lakshmi Narayan. Earlier on, when you were exchanging the garlands, the mantras were chanted, may this couple be ideal couple, just like Lakshmi and Narayan. Narayan is God himself, Lakshmi is his wife, right? It says Narayan, or Rishil here, simply by glancing, everything is created and maintained, right? And then Hailey here, Lakshmi, just by raising the hand, all the wealth comes. Money start flying, right? Only her. Okay. So, yeah. So, yeah. No, so, okay. Yeah. So, we want them to be Rukmini Vasudevasa Ramasa Janakita Rasa Sagandhari. So, very ideal couple. Okay. So, and next we'll be doing the Navagraha Pujanam. So, we'll offer some flowers in there when I complete the mantra. Okay. So, Navagrahas are 9 different planets. We get different source of energies. We can just imagine the first one is a sun god, Surya Bhagavan, giving us a lot of energy, right? What kind of energy? Hot, right? Yeah. Solar power, like a lot of things, right? Light. We forgot the light. Okay. So, Om Bhurva Swaha Kalingada Subha Bo Surya Yagatsa Yatam Surya Nama Surya Abhim Ste Pujami Bhurva Swayamna Trivatra Got Sukla Bana Bo Soma Yagatsa Soma Nama Soma Abhim Ste Pujami Bhurva Swabande Subha Bharata Gratavana Bhama Yagatsa Bhama Nama Homa Abhim Ste Pujami Bhurva Swamagati Subha Atre Gotra Pitavana Babuda Yagatsa Yatistam Buddha Nama Buddha Abhim Ste Pujami Bhurva Swaha Sundar Swangir Gotra Pitavana Boguru Yagatsa Guru Nama Guru Abhim Ste Pujami Bhurva Swaha Bhoja Karat Bharagotra Sukla Bana Bo Sukra Yagatsa Sukra Nama Sukra Abhim Ste Pujami Ovidam Bhurva Swaha Surat Subha Kasukata Krishna Bana Bo Sarinchara Yagatsa Sarinchara Sarinchara Abhim Ste Pujami Vidam Bhurva Swaha. So, as you can give the flowers to Daddy now. Oh, Vidam Bhurva Sarati Prabhati Gota Krishna Bana Bo Rao Yagatsa Itam Rao Vinama Rao Abhim Ste Pujami Ovidam Asmin Navan Lamava Itam Suryadi Navagrata Abhyo Namo Nama Puspandalim Samarpayami Ovidam Asmin Navan Lamava Itam Suryadi Navagra Devtabhyo Namo Namah. Om Tadishno Paramampadagam Stapa Sani Sodaya Divir Saksuratam Tarusavanabo Jagida Samanate Vishnu Uryat Paramampadam. Okay. So the next part of ceremony is known as Hridaya Granthi, or tying of the 2 hearts into one. So we're going to take a piece of cloth from each side. And 2 mothers, please come up you can come on the back under the beautiful flower arrangement. Yeah. Yeah. That probably more difficult might be. Om Tadvishnu Paramambadagam Stapa Sani Sodaya Divir Sakshuratam Tabri Savannabo Jagida Samandate Vishnu Uryat Paramampadam Om Edante Savita Brahu Brihaspati Yatabhyo Namo Nama Ovidam ओम स्वस्ति वायुधनम स्वस्ति स्वस्ति ऋतम स्वयं ओम अतम भरम मृत्यु ओम श्रेयम कल्याण सुखाय कल्याण धर्मात्मका मोक्षे ओम तो श्री विष्णु is strong, right? Not going to open?
Perfect.
Yes, mom?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So I only said in Sanskrit, right? Hridaya Granthi. Hridaya means heart. Granthi means bandhan, means tying. So from today onward, whole purpose of the whole entire ceremony is to unite you both. Okay? So start with the heart. Okay? So says from today onward, whatever she likes, of course you're going to love it. Yes, whatever you like, yes. What fruit you like? Mango, right? Mangoes. From today onward, she's only going to like mangoes. You like mango also?
Yeah, I do now.
Oh, now?
Quick learner.
Yeah. And then, of course, there'll be a time that when other partner does not like certain thing or certain way of doing it, so you should give up that. Right? So means that really compromise and accept what other partner wants. Right? So the next part of the father and mother will do the called Kanyadan, giving up all the responsibility of your daughter to very handsome and smart boy. Is it?
Very.
Very. Okay, that's good. So there's two prayers are chanted. One of the prayers says, of course, father and mother and other family members there. It says, my dear son-in-law, we are willing to do anything and everything. Okay. Whatever is needed, even if required, we'll wash your feet. Okay. I know it is cold. Yeah. But there is one condition. The one condition is we do not want to see not even one drop of tears at our daughter's eyes. Okay. So of course, the groom promises, I promise you that I will give you all the happiness I could possibly be. Right? And even if I have to give up my own life in order to protect you, I'll do that. Right? Sometime when you watch a movie, somebody's shooting and then they won't protect, right? So mean that every difficult path, you're going to take it. Right? And then by doing that, of course, we're not going to ask Tony to wash the feet.
We're not.
No, we're not.
We're not.
So,
excellent.
Or you want to?
No.
Right. We are
But I would
neighbors,
do
so
it.
we can. Yeah. So just the flowers you can offer.
Flowers
Yeah.
onto his feet.
Yeah. Om Pushpandalim Samarpayami. Yeah. That's called washing the feet with the flowers. Okay. So this is the most complicated part of the ceremony. So, okay, brother can come behind the sister and sister.
I think you need Shauna.
Shauna's gonna hold the plate, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Shauna.
Where's Shona?
Okay. This one.
Can you hold this one? Oh, he's going to hold that one. So,
I'm gonna go down there and catch the water.
please come. So you don't get to stand. You're going to be like holding. You got the most difficult one here. Difficult job here. So, mom and dad.
We're going to pour the water in.
Cameras must be thinking what Parnit is doing. Like, up and down, right? Okay, so.
Yeah.
Okay, I can do it from the rest. Okay, you can take this, place it at the daughter's right hand. Everything. Okay. And then, yeah, the second. Oh, that's good. You remember, huh? Okay. So you both will stand up and you're going to hold this carefully. Okay. Okay. So this is the time that I'll be asking Hailey, your mom and dad and grandfather and great grandfather names. Okay. And then same on this side, your father and your grandfather and your name. So the brother, okay, you're going to pour some water here when I start chanting.
Okay.
Okay. The goal is the water goes from here to the bride's hand and then groom's hand and then all over the beautiful linga. No, right? Your job is to not even one drop fill.
Not even one drop. No pressure.
Om Hari Om Tat Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu. Om Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu Mangalam Garudhaja Mangalam Pundarikaksha Mangalayam Tano Hari. Very little time. Okay. Om. Okay. Om Mangalam Lakshmana Vrata Mangalam Janaki Vira Mangalam Sundari Ramo Mangalam Hanumat Priya Mangalam Paramanando Mangalam Hari Om Tat Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu. आदित्य प्रादे श्री स्वतः कल्पे भगवत मंत्रित परंते महाकुल कलिगत प्रथम श्रीनिमावसर भारत खंडे अंग्लादीपे वर्जिनिया क्षेत्र एवं परशुराम ग्रामे श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु अविधम 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 नरनाम संवत्सरे अविधम श्रावण सुमासो अविधम अविधम प्रतिपदा सुबतम का नामना गोत्रस्य काश्यप गोत्रस्य अमुक नामना इसे योर नेम
Jamin. Disha Patel.
ओम श्री विष्णु सपुत्रस्य अमुक नामना
Rishil Patel.
Om Tat Shri Vishnu, and then your father's name?
Kanti
Bhai Patel. Putraya Amukha Namna, your name?
Rishil Patel.
Om, and your grandfather? Dayabai Patel. Sapraputraya Amukha Namna?
Rishil Patel.
Om Shri Vishnu, Avidam Cha. Om Yathaithanama Gotrasya. Amukha Namna. So your mom and dad's name, or they can?
Monica Fleming, Tony Fleming.
Om Shri Vishnu, Putri Amukha Namna. Okay, your name?
Hailey Fleming.
Om Shri Vishnu, Avidam. You can pour a little more water now.
More water.
Okay. Om. Now your grandfather's name?
Robert Cherichev.
Om Shri Vishnu, Putri Mamaka Namna.
Hailey Fleming.
Okay, your grandfather's.
Robert Cherichev.
Om Shri Vishnu, Avidam. Avidam, Putri Mamaka Namna. Your name again?
Hailey Fleming.
Okay. Om Kanaka Savata Kanaka Badbaitam Dastame Bistubitubam Brahma Logasikam Bisham Sravatam Saktam Savitam Imam Kanya Pravusam Vitakam Taragavai Datua Marjana Detu Ati Devatam Barso Visrupena Pati Kunam Toyam Bidi Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu Mangalam Garat Mangala Pranikaksho Mangalayam Tanuhari. So everything from here. Okay. And then everything goes to Rishil's hand. Okay. So now you're going to give to your daddy. Okay. Mean that the family here is accepting yes
You can say no.
It's your one chance.
it's too late now.
Yeah. It's done deal.
Yeah. Okay. So the next was I guess sit back. Thank you. Oh, you can pass me that. Oh, that's okay. That might fall. Okay. I'm trying to show my strength, but did not work too well. When I get older, so I'm going to have this 90% crack and then leave it. No, it's okay with the fire here. Right?
Yes.
Please hold, both of you. Let me move that panchamrit so that it doesn't get. You're going to add some more heat in there. Om Am Kraturaham Yagyam Sadamo Om Osadam Mantroham Am Eviddam Am Agnir Am Utam Om Swaha Idam Krishnaya Idam Namam. You can drop it and okay.
Looks like marshmallows.
So you can give me the spoon. I'm going to offer a little bit of this right here. Om Idam Panchamritadi Sarvayami. Om Idam. Ovidam aham kraturaham yagyam sadamo aham astam mantroham aham vidyam aham agniramatam prasubhayage patim bhagaya pata sarvaketam na bhasanasdatu. This one. Om idam, both of you. Both other hand, right hand. Om aham kraturaham yagyam sadamo aham astam mantro aham vidam aham agniyamadam parsu bhaigapatam bhagayak pata sarvaketamna bhasamna satu.
So the wolves are gonna come.
Oh. This will cool down.
Yeah.
when you walk away from the mandap area, you'll feel very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so so next I'm going to give you a. So you can hold it and then together. Okay. Next is swaha. Okay. Om aham kraturaham yagyam sadamo aham osam mantruham aham evidyam aham agriramatam Om swaha idam narayanaya idam namamaham. Om asa karmanam ridam punyam bhavantum bhruvantum. Om say Om punyaham.
Om punyaham.
Om punyaham.
Om punyaham.
Om punyaham.
Om punyaham.
Om asa karmanam swasti bhavantum bhruvantum ayushmate Om swasti. Om swasti. Om swasti. Om asa karmanam ridam bhavantum bhruvantum. Om ridyatam. Om ridyatam. Om ridyatam. Om swaha. Om samna mitra samaruna samna bhatvaryama. Samna inda biraspati samna vishnurukrama. Namaste vai tamim pratyaksham brahmasi. Tamim pratyaksham brahma vaisani. Hridam vaisani avatuman. Avatu vaktaram. Om shanti. Om shanti. Om shanti. Om bhurva swaha tasviti varenyam bargo devasya dhimahi. Dhiyo yona prachodayat. Om swaha. Okay. So everyone can say the word swaha. Someone is saying swaha there, right there. Yeah. Okay. Swaha means here I offer offering unto you. So you are offering different types of grain to the Agni god. So Om Sasa Sri Sapurusha Sasrasa Sasrapadam Vetata Tisan Gunam Om Swaha. You got a very loving father here.
Yeah.
Oh, Om Purusa Evedagam Sarvam Yad Uta Mirte Sesana Yada Nena Tire Swaha Idam Ananta Idam Nama Yeta Masam Himato Jayga Sapurusha Pada Visavudani Tirpada Samrita Om Swaha. Om Yat Purusena Visa Deva Yagyam Basma Grisma Saradabi Om Swaha. Om Sapta Saparidatra Samida Krita Deva Yagyam Avandam Purusam Pasum Om Swaha. Om Tasmat Yagya Sarva Huta Sagre Yahi Tasmadat Om Swaha. Tasmat Swayanta Eke Sova Gabo Hosagre Tasmat Om Swaha. Om Brahmanasam Mukharasit Bhavrat Sanakirta Uru Tadvaisha Padam Sadrajayata Om Swaha. Om Nabbe Asan Sishno Dosvanta Lokanakal Pane Om Swaha. Om Vidhavetam Purusam Mahantam Aditavarantam Dostupari Nana Panta Bidve Om Swaha. Om Agyanati Vrandasya Gyanam Janasalagya Chakshur Amita Mena Tasmai Sri Gurubhe Nama Sri Sutanamano Vishtam Sabitam Jana Bhutale Swayam Rupakadamayam Tadasubanding Om Swaha. Om Gyanati Vrandasya Gyanam Janasalagya Chakshur Amita Mena Tasmai Sri Gurubhe Nama Om Swaha. So we're going to take a small piece of sweet and then offer there, and then we're going to stand up and go around. Okay.
And he said, then we're done.
Then we're done. Dad's done. Yeah. Doing great. Sorry.
Right hand.
I'll take one.
Do we stand then?
No, I'm...
Okay. You can stand up. Om Namo Brahman Devaya Go Brahman Hitaya Jagataya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Nama. Om Swaha Idam Narayanaya Idam Nama Swaha. Okay. So we're going to request both side parents to please go back a little bit. Yes, please. And the shoes and the bottles. Okay. So first three is called Lajohoma. This is related to the family, Hailey's family side. Okay. So the brother comes. Brother said, I am there to support you. Here's my first offering. Okay. And then so you can take that, of course, place it in the fire. Okay. Not once you complete the circle. Okay. If there is enough space to remove the chair a little back. I think a little back will help. Om Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu Mangalam Garudhada Mangalam Punarikaksho Mangalayam Tanohari Mangalam Lakshmana Vrata Mangalam Janaki Vira Mangalam Sundari Ramo Mangalam Hanumat Priya Mangalam Paramanando Mangalam Padmalochara Mangalam Karuna Sindhu Mangalam Kamlayaka Mangalam Madhavadhiro Mangalam Dharnidara Idam Turamahadibhyama. Okay, you can step on that bit on that with the right foot. Okay, you can pass. Take that one with both hands. For now. Yeah. You can hold the bangles. Get close as possible. Yeah. When I chant the mantra, so when I say Swaha, you're going to place it right into the fire. Okay. Om idam nari upavritagla pavanti dirgayu aste me patim satam barasi jivatu. Om Swaha idam Krishnaya idam namah. Anything goes inside? Okay. Is this your brother? Okay. Second one. Somebody in the front help me count, okay? Om Tadishno Paramambadagam Stapa Sandhi Sodaya Divir Saksuratam Tabri Savarnabo Jagita Somandade Vishnu Yat Paramambadam Kanela Pratibhapati Lokam Yaida Upabrite Kanya Yuta Vayudhara Midan Namagne Mepatim. Okay. Can you retie the? Okay. Okay. Yeah. Can you do the right hand? Next one. Yeah. Next two. Yeah. That's good. Okay. Om idam nari upavrite agalachu pavanti dirgayu astame patim satam barasu jivatu om swaha. Perfect. One more time. Whatever there. Good. Okay. Give this to your. Give back to your brother. Yeah. That was three.
This is three.
This is three.
This is two complete, right?
Yeah.
Om Kannala Pratibhapati Lokang Yaidam Upabrite Kanna Yuta Vayudhara Midan Namagni Patim Imam Asmanam Aruha Asme Sastriva Dui Satam Amdanam Samam Satam Dui Satam Mada. Om Om idam nari pavirte agnilachu pavanti dirgayu aste me patim satam barasi jivatu om swaha idam krishnaya idam namah. That's good. One more time. Okay. That's good.
It's windy.
Yeah, it's windy.
Not windy enough.
Okay, let's pull a little more.
More?
Just a little bit. Yeah. Okay.
Not me.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. It's always easier to just blame somebody on the back. No, this time, who's going to lead? This is going to be. Yeah. So, there are three feras, which called Lajohoma, and the next four are called actual feras. They represent Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. Who got married recently here? Okay, tell me the meanings of those four. Oh, okay. One second. So, Swaha. Okay. So, the Dharma means your duties. What is your duty? Take care of.
Take care of her.
What else?
Love her.
What else? Who else?
The parents.
Parents. Okay. And in-laws, right? So duty towards our parents, towards our wife, towards our children, and so on, right? And then Artha means money. Okay. Artha is economical development, right? And Kama means Kama, karma, yeah. Kama means enjoyment, right? So going on vacation, right? And so on, right? And then last is called moksha, salvation. So as husband and wife, you work together, achieving, make sure you take care of the parents and all the guests here. Okay? That's why it's good to have more guests, right? You have more opportunity to serve them. And then Artha is work hard together to get the bank balance going so the children will have it. Okay? And then also have a nice vacation. When you turn 50, it's that time to winding down a little bit, becoming more religious, prepare towards the salvation, right? So it's nice to stay for 100 years together, right? When time comes, go back home together. Okay? So you're going to go 3 times without stopping. Okay? Om Tadishno Paramam Padagam Stapa Sani Sodaya Divir Saksuratam Tabri Savannavo Jagidda Samandate Vishnu Uryat Paramam Padam. Om Narayana Vidmai Basti Vayodhi Mahi Tanno Vishnu Prasa Vishnu Yat Paramam Padam. Om Kannela Prithivapati Lokam Yaida Upavirte Kanna Yuta Vayu Dharam Idana Magni Mepatim Idam Naripa Virtaglajipavanti Dirgayu Asti Mepatim Satam Baras Jivatu. Okay, how many is that? 3. Okay. So the last one. Oh yeah, that's good. So last one is of course moksha. You walk parallel and describes whoever comes and sits on their chair first. You will have upper hand in your marriage.
Watch this.
Okay. Upper hand, but I have not finished my sentence. Okay. But in love, you always want other partner to win, succeed more than you. Make sure he's more happier than you. Okay. Okay. So now you guess I'm going to see who's going to win now. Okay. Om Tadishnu Paramam Padagam Stapa Sani Sodaya Divir Saksuratam Tabri Savannavo Jagidda Sumandate Vishnu Uryat Paramam Padam. You can sit right there, no problem.
Sit together. 1, 2, 3.
Who sat first? Rishi sat first. Okay, so you please come. Let's bring the chair closer. We can put that down now.
Bring our chairs back here.
Oh. Shoes are staying wherever they are. I'm tied to him. Thank you.
Okay, the next one is the most difficult. I tell when the wedding is happening outside. This is the time groom will take the bride's right hand and point where the sun is located at the present time. That's easy one, right? So if the wedding takes place at night, then you saw where the pole star, Durval Tara is. So take the hand high as possible. And when you see each other, do you see? And you convince, yeah? So say that will be a time that when bride will lead the house, guide the husband, there will be a time that the groom will lead, bride will follow. Okay. So the next will be the Mangal Sutra. Yeah, we absolutely. Yep. So the next part of the ceremony is called Mangal Sutra and Sindur. This is the time that earlier on groom promised that he promised he's going to keep her happy, right? He said that, right? So one of the easiest ways to keep the ladies happy is by buying gold, diamonds, and necklaces. Am I right? Am I right? Yes? Yes. Okay. So my recommendation is, as a priest, every day you should buy something and give it to her.
Every day.
Okay. If not, at least once a year. Okay.
There we go.
Okay. If it doesn't happen, you call me. Yeah. No, you're going to get. Okay. Hold on. Huh? Go slow on this one. Om Mangalamantunam Ananamama Jivanam Hetano Kante Badnami Sonjivam Sobhaga Sanjiva Sarada Satam Anna Prasena Manina Prana Sutrena Prasuna Badnami Satyam Karthina Manasu Chate Hirta Echade Om Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu Mangalam Garvatha Mangalam Pandri Gaxo Mangalayam Tanvari Mangalam Lakshmana Vrata Mangalam Janaki Vira Mangala Sundari Ramo Mangalam Hanumatpriya Mangalam Paramanando Mangalam Padmalochana Mangalam Karuna Sindhu Mangalam Kamlaika Mangalam Bhagavan Krishna Mangalam Vishnu Jivanam Mangalam Madhavadhiro Mangalam Dharnidharam. Okay. So the next we'll do the Sindur. Let's just do it this one, I think easier. So you're going to stand up for this one. Okay. So you're going to take a little bit of Sindur, place it by somewhere here. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, on this one.
This one?
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah. You can hold this up.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I chant the mantra. Okay.
This one now?
Yeah, slowly. Okay. Om Sindhuda Prabhade Sugana Sobata Pramiya Pathanti Yatva Dhrita Sadhara Arso Navase Kasta Pinma Manaha. Right on the skin touches the hair here. Yeah. Okay. So next one. Om Idam Sindhuda Prabhade Sugana Sobata Pramiya Pathanti Yatva Dhrita Sadhara Arso Navase Kasta Pinma Manaha. Okay. Again this one. Yeah. Om Idam Sindhuda Prabhade Sugana Sobata Pramiya Pathanti Yatva Dhrita Sadhara Arso Navase Kasta Pinma Manaha. Next one we want to see. Next one is here. It's very. Yeah. So sometimes people ask me what's the meaning of sindoor. So usually the married ladies wear sindoor. Its red color is more of a stop sign. Stop, I'm married. Okay, that's one. And of course, there's a small story from Ramayana where once Mother Sita was applying a sindoor, and Hanuman wanted to know, what were you doing? And then she said, by applying sindoor, my husband's life will increase. Lord Ram's life will increase. He said, wow, this is so nice, because he was a great servant of Lord Ram, and he went and put sindoor all over his body. And Hanuman walks in, he said, why are you putting the sindoor? He says, mother told me by placing little sindoor, your life will increase. Okay, so now I want to be here forever. Okay, moral is this, moral of the story is, as long as you want your husband to be protected and successful, place little bit sindoor. Okay, so you'll be always successful. Okay, traditionally when there was a time of sword and arrows time, when the husbands, the Kshatriyas used to go on war, they will take a little blood from the thumb and place it on the forehead and promise the wife, this is the only drop of blood I'm going to say. Nothing, I'll come as stronger than before. So has a lot of deep meaning. And the Mangal Sutra is something that that husband gives you, you wear, and also symbolizes you are married also, and also removes any negative energies. Okay, so the next and last part of ceremony will do a Saptapadi. So we have the
Yes, we do, yeah.
Okay.
Can you call them up?
You want to call them? Okay. Oh, so the next, of course, we're going to do a 7 steps, 7 called Saptapadi. This is the time that as bride, husband and wife, they will take a 7 steps towards God here and towards the parents. At that time, the priest will declare them as husband and wife. But this is not enough, so we're going to have 7 couples, okay, representing all of you to come and bless. So I like to request, they know them?
Yeah, Alexis, Riley, Patrick, Julie, Stacy, Chad, Hannah, Chris. They know, I'm just saying their names.
So I know who's married over here. So the sisters.
Yeah, my sister.
And
this is Rishil? No, only brother.
Do we start at the end or do we start here?
No, we're going to start there, but I'm going to make the platform.
Your time.
So I'm going to get them. Okay. You all got the flowers? Can you pass the flowers to your husband for now? I'm going to give you something else to do. So let's go a little back so that they're going to walk. So bride and groom, if you can go over there. I think that this is the time that all the cameras and videos will come on this side. Experience some heat here. Add the name, add.
Hailey?
Yeah, is that right? I want to check her handwriting out.
It's not any better.
Really? Okay.
Are we ready to walk? Flowers.
Oh, 1 second. Huh? Can you see all the flowers over there? They are okay. They're almost on the straight line. Almost. There's one more left, right?
There was.
Okay, one more. Can you place one here? Okay. Oh, mic hai kya haath mein na paya?
Ready?
Not yet. I'm going to get a mic for you.
Oh, I can project.
What about the is we? The word is we there. So. Or you are the spokesperson.
Boy, she's getting in trouble.
Okay, so let me explain. So there are 7 steps. So when I chant in Sanskrit, they're going to respond in English. And then when they are on your flower, so you bless them. Okay? And when they come to next and all that here, and when you arrive here, the parents are here. Brothers, where the brothers come?
Right here.
Okay, come close by. Okay, and then this is the time, and then I'll declare them husband wife. At that time, everybody around have some flowers, and then you will shower the flowers and bless them. Okay, so I need some help here to distribute the flowers.
We take this first step to share the responsibilities of our home and life.
Okay, next, again, you'll step with the right foot this time. Om De Urje Vishtum Tum Nayatu.
We take this second step to fill our hearts with strength and courage and to encourage each other.
Om Trini Bhartaya Vishtum Tum Nayatu.
We take this third step to have mutual respect and trust for each other and to live in harmony.
Om Chatvari Vabhavaya Vishtum Tum Nayatu.
We take this fourth step to acquire knowledge and wisdom throughout our lives.
Om Panchapasibhya Vishtum Tum Nayatu.
We take this fifth step to be blessed with healthy and noble children.
That was added, huh? Om Sadrasaya Posaya Vishtum Tum Nayatu.
We take this sixth step to cherish and support each other in sickness, health, joy, and sorrow.
Om Sapta Sapta Vyautrabe Vishtum Tum Nayatu.
We take this 7 steps together to remain as lifelong partners.
Okay, wait. Keep your flowers.
We're married.
So please come. Everyone got flowers? Yes. So I'm going to, when I declare them husband wife, at that point you're going to take the flowers. Oh, Mangalam Bhagavan Vishnu, Mangalam Garudadhaja, Mangalam Pandrihikaksho, Mangalayam Tanohari, Mangalam Lakshmana Brata, Mangalam Janki Vira, Mangalam Sundari Ramo, Mangalam Hanumat Priya, Mangalam Parmanando, Mangalam Padmalochana, Mangalam Karunasindo, Mangalam Kamalaika. On behalf of the Lord Sri Sri Radha Krishna, Sri Lakshmi Narayan, Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman, Uma Maheshwar and Lord Ganesha, with the blessings of the family members, relatives and well-wishers, with the power authority invested in me. As a priest, I declare Rishil Patel and Hailey Patel as husband and wife. Om Tadishto Paramahara.
Say
Is that all we got after all this COVID? That's all you guys saved? Are we ready to party or what? All right, about time. Okay, so without further ado, I want everybody to please stand up. I'm going to introduce you, Hailey and Rishil! Go, go, keep them up, keep them up, keep them up.
walk वाली baby है तेरी चाल बैकलेस सूट में लगदा कमाल वो किथे चली जांदी है वो किथे चली जांदी है तेनू पुछना है इको ही सवाल वो दस दे कुवारियां या किस दे तू नाल क्यों दूरों दूरों जानी है जान कद जानी है एने भी नखरे तू कर ना सोनी है
One more time, give it up for the Breeders for bride and groom, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys. Please take your seats at this time. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
पंजाब दा पुत्र है पिंड जलंधर यार वही वही अखियों से किल करदा किंग टाइप दा है टंग लाइफ दा यार वही वही खेतां विच चिल करदा डू इट माय वे नहीं ते हाईवे इनको फर्क यारों की ही पहदा किसकी किसकी कौन किसकी यारा दा ईमान किसकी उस पे चिकन हो तो और बनिया पंजाबी तितली ना पटे इजली यार वही वही उंगली पे नचाउंदी ए पॉइंट ब्लैंक ते एनकाउंटर कर दी यार वही वही जब लक मट फांदी ए लेफ्ट ते डिंकी राइट ते पिंकी कुड़ियां दे फैशन परेड लग गई किसकी किसकी कौन किसकी यारा दा ईमान किसकी सुपे चिकन हो तो और बनिया
Give it up for the ladies out there, guys. Give a big round of applause.
So I wrote this speech especially for my brother and Hailey. I hope it means as much to you guys as it did to me when I wrote it and today. So I'd like to start with asking everyone here a question. What is love really? Is it a 4-letter word? Is it that feeling everyone in this room gets when we see one of Hailey's charcuterie boards? Or is it something that lives in the soul, waiting to come alive when you find that one special person? As most of the Indian people in this room know, my name is Shanil, and I am Rishil's funnier, smarter, and all-around better-looking younger brother. Some of you may have known Rishil for over 10 years, but I've had the honor of knowing him for 26 long years. Over these years, I've had the privilege of growing up with, living with, and sharing a bathroom with Rishil. And as I'm sure Hailey can attest to, sharing a bathroom with him is no privilege at all. From living in London, where Rishil would pretend to be a Bollywood star each day, to moving to South Florida, where we would watch WWE and he would practice his wrestling moves on me, I have always looked up to and wanted to be just like my older brother. I wanted to have the same hobbies as him, wanted to have the same kind of friends as him, and wanted to work at Microsoft just like him. He has always been someone I've admired and looked up to. When he moved to Orlando to attend UCF, as much as I hate to admit it, I actually missed having him around. Since he moved, we have grown apart, but I've always loved and cared about him. So when he asked me to give a speech at the wedding of the century, I couldn't turn down the offer. Now, I'm not going to beat around the bush, and I'm sure a lot of his friends already know this. Rishil has had a few girlfriends in the past. And I can only speak of the ones I actually know of, but I wasn't very impressed. So when he told me he wanted to introduce me to a new girl named Hailey, my first thought was, well, here comes another one. But there was something completely different about Hailey. Her energy was exactly like Rishil's. I knew there was something special about Hailey as soon as I met her. I had never seen someone make Rishil smile the way Hailey does. It's that kind of smile Rishil only gets when the bartender brings him his 6th espresso martini. Since first meeting Hailey a few years ago, I knew these two shared something truly amazing. I knew that this was different. Not only was she perfect for him, his energy, and his rambunctiousness, but she also got along with every single person in our family. And as all of you can see from the Patel family, we have no shortage of family members to impress. Even with Hailey and Rishil's perfectly matched energy and Hailey slowly becoming a part of our family, it wasn't until we celebrated my dad's 60th birthday in New Orleans that I knew that these two were forever going to be a match. You see, in New Orleans, Hailey, Rishil, and I had to share a bathroom and bedroom where we were staying. One morning, I woke up to them in the bathroom together and overheard their conversation. Rishil said to Hailey, "Hey, Hale, let's play a game. You close your eyes, I'll fart, and you have to tell me which ones are fake and which are real." This is a true story. I was absolutely mortified over what I had heard, and I fully expected Hailey to do the only logical thing and run out of the bathroom. But she didn't. Her response was something I never would have expected. She laughed loudly and said, "Okay, let's play." It was that incredibly romantic moment I knew these two were meant for each other forever. And it shows in so many other ways. From first meeting each other at what feels like a lifetime ago at a Microsoft orientation, to Rishil moving from Florida to somewhere that actually has a season called winter, to designing their first home together and now having a child together, well, fur child, to finally being married after these stressful, unforeseen postponements. So now if you ask me what love is, I have a simple answer. It's Rishil and Hailey. It's playing farting games with the person you love with no regard for anyone that may be in the vicinity. It's convincing your significant other to get an extra scoop of ice cream knowing damn well they might have a slight lactose intolerance. It's when you found the one who touches your soul, who fills your life and makes you whole. These two have found exactly what love is. I would like to take a moment to just appreciate these two beautiful souls. Rishil, you are my role model, my inspiration, and the best older brother I could ever have. And Hailey, you are the most beautiful, caring, funny, and generous sister I've always wanted. You both have had such an impact on my life. You two helped me up from the darkest times in my life, watched me grow and into what I am today, continue to ensure my happiness, and for that, I am forever grateful. I love you guys so much. Thank you.